Hi everyone, welcome to this meditation session. I hope this has gone through because there was something weird going on the screen. Um, okay, we will start the session in 2 minutes. So until then, make yourself comfortable, relax, prepare yourself for this session. Make sure you have some water by your side or a drink if you want to, if you feel like you might get thirsty during the session. And you can start already switching off every thought in your mind. And just starting to relax. No, I guess people don't want to relax today. 2 people already disappeared. Keeping on relaxing already. Okay, we're going to start now. So, welcome everyone. Um, Today's session is going to be about connecting with the vibe of peace and bringing peace to ourselves, learning to reduce the connection to emotions that can be so overpowering sometimes, and finding a space within ourselves that allows us to feel at peace. So first of all, just to let you know, as usual, that these sessions are for your comfort, your happiness, and for find peace, yeah, as we're going to be doing very nicely today. And so you need to make sure that you are comfortable with every activity that we do. If you're not comfortable with any of these activities that are coming up, you need to make sure that either you completely sit it out and you just relax and wait for it to be over and then catch up with the next one. Or you can also decide that you go back to the first activity that we are going to do, which is focusing on our breath. You can have something to drink by your side, preferably non alcoholic beverage. I mean, I'm sure meditation could be quite wild on alcohol, but that is not really what this session is designed for. So yes, and also remember that at any time, if you feel uncomfortable physically, you can move. This is meditations as we are used to, where we have to sit through the pain and through the discomfort. If you want to move, move. If your body itches, scratch. If you want to cough, cough. Yeah. Um, Make yourself comfortable. Use these sessions as your own and make of them what you need them to be. Okay, so we're going to start with sharing a gratitude and an intent for the healing. I'm sure you all know what this is, but just in case, gratitude is something that you're thankful for that happened in the past few days since the last session, so about a week. Something that brought you a smile, something that warmed your heart up, something that made you happy. And then the healing, because these sessions are infused with Reiki healing, you can set up an intent for the healing. And healing is bringing positivity to any aspect of your life. So you can decide to receive healing for anything that you may need. It could be for your physical health, your mental health, a project, a relationship, your household, anything. Even your DVD player if it's playing up. Yeah, that's right. Even your DVD player. People Reiki their DVD players and it works. I Reiki my key for my car, for my central locking. And the first time I did it so much that so basically I turned the key in the hole and it just keeps spinning and it doesn't unlock the car. And one day I decided to Reiki it. I thought, well, those keys they are magnetic anyway, and Reiki is magnetic energy. So I figured, yeah, it could help. So I put Reiki on the key, and then I put the key in the lock. I turned the key, and then when I tried to remove the key, I couldn't remove it. It was stuck in the lock. I had energized it too much. So yes, we can energize also electronic devices and so on. Okay, so now just a couple of minutes for you to focus on the gratitude and then intend for the healing. You can take a deep breath and then closing your eyes when you're ready. And then thinking about this. The gratitude and the intent for your healing. Okay, we're going to move on to the breathing exercise now. But just to mention, I don't know if you heard it, but there was one extra vibration for the last minute or so as my cat came by and he was right next to the microphone and started purring. I don't know if you heard him or not, but that was another healing vibration that came through. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our breathing exercise as per usual. Remembering that the point of this exercise is to clear out our mind as much as possible using one specific focus. So sometimes with meditation, we can decide to focus on nothing, or we can use senses to focus on something particular and use different stimuli to um, get our mind busy on the one thing rather than too many things. Or we can do which is a concept of mindfulness, and it is focusing on the one thing. But and so in the same respect, we're going to be focusing on our breath now to clear out our mind from any other thoughts. So if your eyes are open, I'm inviting you now to shut them and then focusing on your breath for the next 15 minutes or so. And so you can start by clearing out your mind from any other thoughts. Letting go. Letting go of the past and of the future. There's no need to think about those things right now. This moment right now is for you. It's for you to relax. It's for you to simply be. And so you can let go. You can know that you're letting go of those thoughts. You can watch them leave your mind. You can see them float away like balloons that have been released in the sky. You can flick a switch to switch them off. And whichever way that makes sense to you, little by little, just simplifying, minimalizing your mind, and focusing your whole thinking process onto your breath. Your breath is what matters. Nothing else matters right now. And little by little, as you are letting go of all other thoughts, your whole system is catching a breath, and you can relax more and more. There's no need to change your breath in any way, just noticing it the way it is, observing it as if looking at it through a microscope, observing every detail of it as if you had never seen it before, as if you did not know what it is. Feeling the passage of the air through you, noticing the sensations as the air goes through. Just focusing on your breath simply and disconnecting with every other thought. Minimalizing your mind as if it was a simple room, clear, clean, with just one thing in it, which is your breath. That's it, relaxing more and more, clearing up your mind, noticing the air going through, paying attention to each part of your body where the air circulates. Maybe noticing the air going through your nostrils. And don't worry, if you get carried away by other thoughts, when you notice, just gently bring your mind back to your breath. Maybe noticing the sensations of the air going through the nose now. And then passing at the back of your throat. And then noticing the air going through your windpipes. And into your lungs. Feeling how your lungs expand on an inhale and retract on an exhale. Noticing maybe a difference in temperature of the air, whether it is on an inhale or an exhale. Now, just for a minute, we're going to stop connecting with the breath just for a minute. And I'm going to ask you to think briefly, as a whole, about what it is that prevents you from feeling peaceful inside. What are the things, the elements of you, of your life, of your behavior, of your environment that may stop you from feeling peaceful inside? Or maybe even a systematic way of functioning that is getting in the way. Or any particular stress. And now we're going to use our breath. So if your eyes are now open, please, if you can close them. Taking a deep breath to begin. Using our breath the way it is and not changing it in any way. I am going to invite you now, on every inhale, to breathe in peace. And on every exhale, to use the expulsion of the air out of your body to let go. To let go of anything that stands between you and peace. On an inhale, you're bringing peace to your system. On an exhale, you are letting go of anything that stands in your way to reaching peace. To reaching the deepest feeling of peace within yourself. On an inhale, you are bringing yourself the vibration of peace, letting it enter your whole system, effectively reducing stress and tension everywhere in your body, your mind, and your spirit. And on an exhale, letting go, relieving your whole system, any burden, past experience, stress, fear, emotion, any other emotion that stands in the way between you and feeling the deepest peaceful feeling inside of you. On an inhale, bringing peace to yourself. On an exhale, letting go. Simply letting go. And when you're ready, you can take a deep breath to finish. And open your eyes again. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there was some pouring. Going on, and I'm just going to show you. I just had to take a picture to show you the effect of peace on a cat. Currently curled up on my lap in front of the laptop as I'm doing the session. Not really. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to so now you can take a sip of water or drink if you'd like. And so what we're going to do next is we are going to focus on creating a buffer zone between us and emotions. So one of the things that stops us from feeling so peaceful inside is when we get so overpowered and overwhelmed by emotions. And so we're going to learn to create that space, almost like a bumper, a safety bumper between us and the emotions. This is us, and the emotions are on that side. And this space here is simple. It's nothing there, just peace. A space of peace between you and the emotions. So when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes now. Taking a moment to make sure you're very comfortable. And then I'm going to ask you to scan yourself. Almost as if you were passing yourself through a scanning machine, literally. But this time, we're not going to be looking at anything else but emotions. This is a bit of a challenge because we are becoming more aware, we are putting our focus on something we don't necessarily want to hear about, our emotions. And in this moment now, we are entering a phase that is not easy because we could potentially be heading towards another lockdown and we could be having more challenges for the next few months. So we have got emotions there for sure. I don't need you to connect to the full extent of them, but I just need you to be aware of where they are. Asking yourself on your body, where do they sit? Where do they reside? And I'm going to ask you to just become aware of how close to you they are. Generally, most of us would feel our emotions so close. Sometimes so very close that our body expresses them for us. with emotions. And we are talking about emotions that we don't want necessarily to feel, that are creating discomfort or even tension and stress within our system, which kind of becomes a vicious circle because stress creates those emotions and then these emotions create more stress. So from that place, right there, from those emotions, and you trying to connect with where they sit. In energy work, the emotions are based in the solar plexus chakra, which is where the stomach area is. Most of us feel emotions there. And now, I'm going to ask you to think of the vibration of peace, to think of the feeling of peace. What does it feel like? This is a very creative kind of approach in meditation. Not everybody will connect with this exercise, but I would like you to still try. Because even if you cannot visualize what I'm describing, even if you feel you can't connect with it, still just by hearing me say these words, you are making it happen. So, connecting with the vibration of peace, the softness of it, the easy feeling of it, the relaxing feeling of it. And where, if you found where you can feel your emotions on you, on your system, I'm going to ask you, little by little, between you and these emotions, to push in these feelings of peace. And little by little, as you are injecting those feelings there, your emotions are going to come away from you, further and further away, further and further away yet. And you will be creating this buffer zone between you and your emotions. So that no matter what the emotions are, still inside you can feel some peace. And so right now, connecting with that peaceful feeling, understanding that that feeling can be with you at all times, no matter what. And then letting it reside where you are feeling your emotions. And growing and expanding that feeling bigger and bigger, wider and wider, until your emotions come away from you and don't feel so raw and so powerful anymore. In fact, the further away you push them, the less powerful they are over your system. And keeping on injecting there this sense of peace in that space. And watching it grow bigger and bigger. Expanding and stretching that zone little by little. Pushing emotions further and further away from your system. Calming and soothing your whole being. stretching that zone, expanding it around you, and pushing these emotions further and further away. And the further they go, the more they can detach from you and then leave your system to be reprocessed away from you and to never come back. Now remember this exercise, you can do it anytime. No matter how you are feeling, you can find that space. Later on in the session, we are actually going to create a little world inside of us. For those of you who attended the meditations at the library in Ilford, we've already done that before, but we're going to do it again. And the more we do it, the better, because the more we strengthen that place and the easier it is for you to connect with it. But for now, we're going to move on to affirmations or mantras. And I think the categories. Okay. So if your eyes are open, I'm inviting you now to shut them, taking a deep breath to begin. And the first affirmation, the first mantra is, I am at peace. Letting these words flow through your mind, inviting the most positive healing vibes to come through, relaxing you to the deepest level, allowing you to switch off your mind and for your whole system to relax. I am at peace. I am at peace. I am at peace. I am at peace. The next one we've used already a few times. I feel calm. Focusing on connecting with the. Don't worry if you feel that you cannot necessarily connect with what I'm describing. Just do what makes sense to you. I feel calm. 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 Now, for the next 3 minutes, I am asking you now to either go back to one of the two affirmations we've just done, or to create your own affirmation that will bring you peace, that will bring you the deepest sense of peace. Think about peace means to you, and think about words that will bring that to you. It can be several words, or it can be just a one word. Just keeping on repeating this affirmation you are focusing on and absorbing its positive vibrations, bringing you a deeper, better sense of peace. And when you are ready, you can unfocus from the affirmations. Take a deep breath to finish and open your eyes again. So we all may feel very peaceful now, but there is one who really didn't feel this experience too peaceful. I have the cat sleeping on my lap, and his head is exactly where I feel like I need to put my hand to rest. And I kept on forgetting, so I kept on putting my hand there, and it landed on his head every time. So he's been having a sleep that was not so restful and not so peaceful. Poor thing. Okay, right. So now we're going to create that world inside of us. So if you see the area where your stomach is, we're going to see a ball there. And I'm going to guide you through creating a world in that ball, from the landscapes to the elements or symbols that you want to see in there that will inspire you peace. It's like a mini living room or a mini living space, outdoor or indoors rather, that is residing right there, that is yours to keep. And after this meditation, you can reconnect to that space within yourself anytime. Also, don't forget that you can leave your messages on the live chat. I would love for you to share with me the affirmations you may have come up with in the last activity. And then by the end of this session, I will look at the messages and I will reply. So, okay. If you would like to take a sip of water, actually, I will myself. And then when you're ready, you can close your eyes and take a deep breath to begin. Making sure your body is comfortable. Shifting if you need to. And then bringing your mind to your stomach area, to that space there. And then noticing a ball, like a crystal ball, standing in front of you, in the air, for you to grab and to put where your stomach is. This is your space of peace. This is your peaceful world that resides inside of you. And so you can now, and for the next few minutes, design that world of peace. You can decide the landscape that you want in that space. And so thinking of something simple, thinking of something that will bring you peace, thinking of something that has elements that you love. Like if you love water, you might want to put that space near the beach, or at the beach rather. If you like hills and countryside, you might want your space to be in a meadow at the side of a hill, or it could be a forest, or it could be a living room. Anything, any space that you feel would bring you the most peace. And then you can start to think about elements you would like to add to that space. Whether it be a bench, a sofa, um, an animal. I know someone that comes to the meditation at the library who might want to put a fish bowl and some fish inside. What we want though is for that space to not have too many things in it. So make sure you choose carefully what you put there. But also know you can change that space anytime you want. You can add things to it, you can remove things from it, and you can simply swap things around. And now thinking about objects and things you may want to put there, or symbols you may want to put as well. If it's an outdoor space, the symbols could simply be on the image of that space or on the floor. Objects can include memories that bring you peace. It can be crystals, photos of people, anything that brings you a sense of peace, a deeper sense of peace. It can be a musical instrument as well. Or a good luck charm. It can be a cloth, a cushion, a cover. And when you bring these elements into your world, really connect with why. Really feel what it brings to you in terms of peace. Okay, now for the next 2 minutes, I'm inviting you to enjoy your space. If you have some final touches you want to do, you can now, but also spend some time exploring that space. being in that little world that you've just created, either walking through it or sitting there or lying down there, taking it all in, using your senses, using your heart, using your mind, absorbing it all. Really taking the time to take it all in and to enjoy every aspect of that little world you just created. And then when you are ready, I am going to ask you to bring your mind back to yourself. And we are going to move on to our love meditation to finish this session. And so if you would like to put your hands together when you're ready and start rubbing them and then faster and faster to create friction. And then applying your hands to the middle of your chest. In this way, sending yourself unconditional love, energizing your heart chakra, strengthening, feeling loved, and strengthening your passion about life. And you can just relax there. You don't need to think of anything. You've done a lot of hard focus today. A lot of good for yourself. So now you can just relax and let any thought come to your mind. At any time, you can rub your hands again to create more friction if you'd like. Just letting any thought come through. No worry about letting them come in, flowing. And then when you're ready, you can bring your hands back down. You can start moving your feet, giving your body a stretch. And then only when you're ready, you can bring your mind back to that room where you are and open your eyes, connecting again with the reality of now. So there are some messages. The first one is from Anna saying, the monkeys give me a break when I see this lady. Thank you. Yeah, monkeys can be quite challenging at times. It's just a matter of teaching them how to calm down, really. And this is a great opportunity for that. Also from Anna, I love the affirmations. Cool. Well, you can use them anytime and you can create your own affirmations. Think about how you feel at the time and think about words that can help you to compensate or to counteract the negative feelings that you're feeling. If you're feeling oppressed in any way or burdened in any way, a great affirmation would be, I am free. If you're feeling that life is so challenging at this time, my favorite is, life is easy. Okay, a message from Magali saying that she came back to the butterfly and the moon. I expect she's talking about her inner world that she's just created, hopefully. And so, yeah, that's cool. Anything that brings you peace can be in that world. Please don't hesitate to share with me your affirmations and your world, what it is that you've been using in your world to bring peace. Now, this is a time when we're shifting. I don't know if you can feel the vibe of autumn coming through. Only in a few days' time, it will be autumn, and the light is shifting already. The landscape is changing. And I'm inviting you this week to really deeply connect with those vibes, to connect with the outdoors, to connect with nature, to watch the colors change, to watch the weather and the temperature change, and how amazing it is that there's such a beautiful rhythm like this on the earth, and that we can use the vibrations from this rhythm to help ourselves with our health and our well-being. Two more messages. Yeah, I know. Life is easy is a great one. I know. It's just the most powerful one. I love it. It goes for any time of the day, any time of life. It's really, really, truly wonderful. And it just picks you up. It kicks you out of it gives you a kick in the backside to shift from where you're at. It's amazing, this one. And Kay, hi Kay. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Super. Okay, so I'll see you all next week. The meditation is every Wednesday between 2 and 3 London time. And have a wonderful week. Bye.